for if you have anybody else who is missing tonight that maybe just wants to stay updated. We have a pretty short agenda, but it's information packed in terms of dates.
I need to put something because I can't hear anything to them.
And some information. So I'm going to go ahead and so I can keep letting people in. I'm going to let Miss Arca start. So I'm just going to go ahead and put back up our slides and so that you guys can kind of see some of the important dates and that we're going to be talk about our agenda for tonight as we continue to let people in to the meeting. Okay. So welcome everybody and thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
All right. Well, hello. It's so good to see all your faces again. Happy New Year. It's been a year. All right. So obviously we're going to be talking about the COVID protocols. So as of right now, the first thing we're going to be discussing is the fact that we do have auditions coming up, especially this Saturday. We have a really long day from 8 a.m. to about 4 p.m. So there, Miss Cabrera is fighting hard for us to make it and not get quarantined between now and Saturday. So we're going to be keeping our students, our classes, Ms. Abina and myself, at least for the time being. The juniors and the seniors are going to be separate. And so the classes are going to be not only separated for their safety and our safety, but also we're asking, please, if your child might have been exposed or anything else like that, keep them home. They're really requesting that we do that we follow through on all the COVID protocols, separating the classes, keeping everybody socially distanced, mask, washing hands, all that good stuff, because we're trying to keep them healthy as possible in this pandemic, and obviously ourselves as well. The upcoming shows, Ms. Abina and I are going to be talking about that. But the first thing we have is Battle of the Classes, right, Ms. Abina?
Yes. It's actually yes.
Mm-hmm.
But just to reiterate, we're going to go over some dates and things like that. But as of right now, everything is going to be remaining virtual. We have moved for our the Importance of Being Earnest show, which we hope to continue for Chorus Line, which is our spring musical, that we will be rehearsing and, filming on our stage, on a set, socially distanced with masks. But we will still be recording it. We're not allowed to have any audiences. So we'll be recording and editing their performance on our stage together and then broadcasting it. So it's still a broadcast, but it will definitely look different than Laramie looked in terms of how we produce it. And also Battle of the Classes is completely virtual. So that's all done, with small editing, and it's going to be streamed live. Again, we're hoping to do it through Instagram TV, but it may end up being on our YouTube channel. And we will, disseminate that information by Monday of next week. And we'll be posting it all over our Instagram. So hopefully everyone follows that Instagram. We'll try to send out some emails as well for parents. Just kind of in general, as you guys know, we haven't had a lot of fundraisers. We haven't been able to fundraise this year. So we're going to ask for Battle of the Classes. Ms. Arca, we always do, and I'll let her explain a little. In the past, we've done tickets where you can, kind of buy $1 to vote for each class. We're going to do a virtual donation, which is going to go through our booster. So we're working on kind of getting that together this week. For that. So that's not to watch it, but that's to vote for your the class that you think that should triumph, kind of. So that's kind of coming up again. That'll be the first show. And then we definitely have some other shows, and I'm going to leave this slide up for a minute. For everybody. We actually just today rescheduled our Chorus Line auditions. So I'm going to have to move. Someone is at my door. So I'm going to let Ms. Arca take over 1 second while they're talking incessantly. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. As she was saying, January 14th, Battle of the Classes. The way it's normally done is that we do not pay the $5 ticket, entrance fee as for other shows. What this is that you can pay $1 per vote. So if you think that the freshman class is the best one and they should be winning, obviously you would be donating and putting the money towards the freshman class or the sophomore class or junior class or whatever. So we're going to be talking to Kevin and all of that to see how we can set that up. We can talk to the officers so that you guys can then be voting And obviously the class that gets the most votes, in the past, they used to buy the little tickets, right? And we would count them there during intermission and all that stuff. And at the end, and then the class that got the most votes was the one that would win. So this is for sure one of our most famous fundraisers, and hopefully you guys will be voting a lot. Everybody will be watching. It's just one night only, and let's see if the defending champs, which are the seniors, can win once again. The chorus line auditions, we moved it because we want to give them more time to work on Battle of the Classes. So it's not going to be next week, the 12th to the 14th, but rather the 19th through the 21st. And again, we'll do it during class time. And as we've done it virtually for the MSO kids and, live for the physical students.
Then on the 28th, we'll be doing a live stream of the Laramie Project, which is our award-winning one act. It won top honors, the only one from our district that won that honor. So we're excited for everyone to see that for the first time, unless you logged in with your student and watched that. Again, we're going to ask for, I believe, a $5 donation to watch and receive that link. There's a little intro to the show, and then you'll be able to watch the show, which is again about 40 minutes. So that's on the 28th. And then we also have our IE showcase, which is again virtual. It's going to be highlighting our, pieces that we took to districts, but also the pieces that got selected for states. So that will be also coming up on February 4th. And we have state registration for the 12 pieces that are going to states. This is the date that it's due for us. So I'm to save Miss Arca craziness. So she's gonna be like, that's not the right date. We want to get it before that. We're going to ask for much before that. Okay. So that we have time to get it and get the check there. So we're not, driving there, at 3 o'clock on the 4th.
Well, to jump in there, this is not the day that it's due to us. This is the day that it's due in Tampa, the check. So I can't have the check be coming in, or obviously mailing it out on the 4th. It has to be in the state director's hands on February 4th. So right now, before I logged in, I was in the process of registering them, and I'm still registering everything right now. I should have the final amount and all of that in the next day or two. And then it'll go on OSP. You guys did not pay for districts, but obviously for state, we are going to have the juniors and the seniors, who are the ones that are competing. The 12 pieces are going to be paying for that. And I'll let you know the final amount once the registration is done. And I talk to Candy, or treasurer, and it'll go on OSP. And when it goes on OSP, you guys will have about, she usually gives anywhere from 10 to 14 days for you guys to log on, pay with your credit card and all that stuff. And it needs to be done way before February 4th, because we need to give her at least a week to be able to mail out the check and get there on time, especially with, I don't know if you guys noticed, Postal Service has been really slow lately. So we want to give her enough time to get it done and get that check over there February 4th. Okay.
Absolutely. We also have the importance of being earnest. We had announced our cast before a break. We will be having, actually, there's one extra tech day, January 28th, which is before Miss Arca is getting married very soon. So she's going to be gone, and we want to get a tech rehearsal in before she leaves. So yes, congratulations. So we are going to do one after school rehearsal. The kids got these dates today, so they should be coming if you have someone in the cast or crew. The January 28th, and then also then after school, the 8th through the 11th, we're going to be teching after school. So we have the auditorium. Unfortunately, during the day, the auditorium is being used for virtual classes. So we're unable to use it, but that's why we're having the tech after school. And then of course, just some other dates that you can keep on your students about. The last day to upload videos is the 17th. That's for us. So they need to be to us. We told them by February 10th. So we've given them these dates, but it's always nice for them to be on your radar too, to help, inspire and motivate. And then our live stream of the importance of being earnest will be on February 18th. And our virtual state thespians, March 17th through 20th. And then of course, our spring musical chorus line, which we are thinking is going to be virtual, but you never know what's going to happen in the next, few months, is April 13th through 15th. So this is just some important things, coming up regarding, scheduling and things like that. So That being said, I'm just gonna go back quickly. Do you want to talk anything more about the state's registration, or do you feel like you covered what you needed to in terms of when it's due and how much it's gonna be? And
Well, state registration, I'm doing it in the next 2 days, it'll be on there. So it means more than likely she'll put it on OSP starting next Monday. That's the goal, okay? But obviously, you know, things change. But the goal is for it to go on next Monday or Tuesday, which means that you guys will have from January 11th to about January 25th to get the money in there. And after that, then I'll take care of that. The registration will then go out before, of course, you know, I go off to get married. Mr. Bino will then take care of the uploading of the videos because I will not be there for that. As far as, I think I saw a question on the chat about paying for, you know, the battle of the classes and stuff like that. There is, for the battle of the classes, we need to talk to Kevin and all that stuff, how you guys are going to pay for the votes. However, for the shows, I know for a fact for a chorus line, I put in for the licensing today. And for a chorus line, we have to use a system called Book Ticks for You or something else like that, that you guys will get a link and you'll be able to buy the tickets online. And then it'll give you a link for you guys to be able to watch it. Just like the virtual district competition, you'll pay the $5 ticket and then you'll get a link to be able to watch the show if we're streaming it. So we may use that again for the importance of being earnest. You know, if we want to, and Mr. Biden and I haven't even discussed that yet, but you know, obviously that's an option. As far as the voting is concerned, we need to talk to Kevin to see what he wants to do for you guys to be paying PayPal or
Venmo. I know we have Venmo, right, Kevin?
Venmo.
Yeah, we can do PayPal, Venmo, or check. Really, since it's check's going to be kind of snail mail.
Right.
But PayPal and Venmo.
Great.
Yeah, because I was want to be able
available.
to tally it there during the, you know, like right after the show and announce the winner and all that stuff.
Right. And
We'll talk to you.
right, no problem.
Yeah.
I just had a question about state registration. Is that applicable? First of all, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
And congratulations, Ms. Arca.
Thank
The state registration, is that just juniors and seniors?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to be, because sometimes I look at the schedule and my daughter's a freshman, so I don't know what applies and what doesn't, so I don't want to miss anything.
That's a good question.
Okay, thank you.
And that's
Nope.
even only specifically, it's not even all juniors and seniors, it's for the juniors and seniors that were selected, the 12 pieces. And if you go on our Instagram, they list them. So if you are a junior and senior parent, and you're not sure if that applies to you, all of the pieces are listed with the students' names, or your student will know, of course, if you ask them as well, if their piece is going. That also includes our one act. So everyone included in our one act will be registered for the state competition as well. And so, yes, so that those are the people that applies for. But of, you know, and to the registration, but of course for the shows, we welcome everyone to watch any of the streams. And if you don't have a student, the more you can promote the program, the better it is for us. The more you spread the love and, you know, let people know what's happening at Reef, especially because this is audition season. And, you know, we're very proud Kudas. We love, you know, Reef, and we really feel like it's a great program for your kids. So we want you to, you know, talk to people, you know, I mean, you guys are the best advocates for our program because you have students in the program now. What's your experience been like? Do you like it? Do your students like it? And I think sometimes these students navigating the audition process can use mentors too. So we, you know, if you have a freshman that's new or even a sophomore or junior or senior, and they feel like they have something that they can offer to one of these students, you know, we have students all the time that have questions, and this year we're being restricted in terms of our students being there at the auditions. We're only allowed one student aide just because of COVID protocols. Usually we have a bunch there that they can answer questions. So if you feel like they would be a good person to, hey, I'd be happy if they reached out, you know, if they have a question about the audition process or about how to choose a school, they can talk to us in class or shoot us a remind saying, you know, my daughter or my son would love to talk to an incoming freshman or someone that's considering, you know, making a choice. We love, it's easier coming from students than from us sometimes. So that would be a wonderful help as we, enter into the audition season as well. Ms. Arca, also, I think the last thing that we kind of had on the agenda was, discussing the apparel. I know we had distributed apparel previous to the winter break, but we still have some that were not picked up. And I know some people had questions about pieces. There were some zip up jackets. Angie's here. Do you want to talk on that, Angie? You're the expert. We defer to you on everything.
So I had a few late orders that came in after we had already placed the original order. So I have those in my here now. I have a couple of payments that are still missing. So if we can clear that up by tonight, then I can go ahead and place the order. The zip jackets and the T3 shirts, when the order was received by Queenie, she was not happy with the product. So she returned them to be replaced. So that was what was missing from the original order, was the T3 shirts and the black zip jackets that were personalized. And as for any other orders that were missing, it was because they came in after I extended the deadline about a month. So it came in after that. But any orders I did receive, I did turn them over to the school to be picked up.
Right, and I do have them in 138, and I wanted to know, is there like an ETA of when those T3 and the zip up jackets are gonna come so that I can pick a date to stay? Since Miss Sabina stayed last time, that I'll stay and I'll be there for you guys to be able to pick it up. Do you know when it'll be ready?
Speak to Queenie, then I'll let you know when she'll have those ready by, and then we can set a date for that. So hopefully this month we can have it done by January, but now in January.
And if you have an order that is pending, like most of the orders I believe we still have in 138 are from MSO students that weren't, maybe the parents weren't able to get to the school the day of the pickup. So if you know someone that can pop dye, it doesn't have to be a drama student. It could be someone that lives close to in your neighborhood, that we can come pick it up, say I'm picking it up for so-and-so, we can hand them your order and you can drive to their house that's down the street as opposed to coming all the way into school. So just let us know through Remind and we're happy to do that for you. There's probably about, I'd say 5 or 6 orders that we still have outstanding at the school that are ready to be picked up.
If you want to give me the names, I'll go ahead and email them individually in case they're not on this call.
Okay, fabulous.
Okay.
I'll send that to you tomorrow, Angie, when I'm there in the room.
Okay.
Amazing. So I guess right now we'll open up to any questions, concerns, comments from anybody. That's everything that was on our agenda for tonight. Mostly our push for this month is going to be shows, virtual shows, and spreading the word, and anything you do to promote us is much appreciated. So does anyone have any questions or concerns or anything you'd like to bring up at this time?
Shepherd House has a question.
Sure.
So Happy New Year, everyone, as well. Maybe I missed it, or maybe just with the whole COVID thing, the first 9 weeks, like within the first month, we have open house. Was there ever a virtual open house? Like school-based?
There was not a virtual open house. We kind of did our drama house. They did a freshman orientation, and I think they did a video they put out via the PTSA, that there was like a video welcome where you were introduced to the admin and things like that. But again, we usually do a night where you would go from teacher to teacher, right? Of course, but it was not mandated through the district, I think, because when that usually happens is that October time. It's usually like first few weeks in October, and that was when cases were getting really nutso, and we had 40 plus parents out of the building. Teachers out of the building at any given day for safety reasons, obviously.
Sure.
So I think that's might have been why that kind of got waylaid a bit. But again, I know many teachers are willing, they've been holding kind of their own Zoom parents, conferences and whatnot. So obviously with us, you can always contact us, you can always email us, and we're happy to either jump on a call with you or, text you. But I don't think the district did it. And usually it's a day that all high schools do orientation this day, all middle, and it was never mandated through the district.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that's kind of what happened. They just kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, we try to be good about the calendar, and I thought, wait, what happened?
Yes, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. I do see a question here about the chorus line auditions. So our spring musical is always open just to our production classes, our juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
So that will be our sophomores work on the tech for the show. And then again, the show that the freshmen will be involved in would be The Importance of Being Earnest. And then we usually do an end of the year showcase as well. We haven't set a date for that yet because we're again still kind of snowballing just what's happening here in this very beginning, time of this new semester. But we will be announcing that probably by our next meeting, which we're not going to have brings us my next point. We're not going to have a meeting next month so that Miss Arca can enjoy her wedding and honeymoon. So we are, sorry, I skipped over. Our next meeting will be March 2nd, okay, which is a Tuesday, just like always at 6 p.m. And it'll be virtual as of right now, unless something drastic changes. And again, anything between now and then, please feel free to reach out. We may have a board meeting between now and then just to iron out some of these details. But as far as a general meeting, we will not have one until March 2nd. So as you guys kind of get your calendars together for the next month or two, that's what you can plan on. And we should have information by then about some of the things for the end of the school year, dates and things like that. Again, the school is hesitant to give solid yeses or nos because like everything else, everything is, in constant flux. So when we ask for dates, they're sure like, okay, tentatively yes, but so we as soon as we know, we try to communicate with you guys as well. So I believe that is it from us. Looking in the chat to see if there's any more questions. Anyone else have a question for us before we wrap this up for this evening? We'll give everyone one more shot here at this. And again, this is a different, we know it's a difficult time. Again, the one thing I wouldn't stress, and if you could pass this on, if your child feels sick, if you're not sure, keep them home. This is the season of shows right now. So especially if they're a drama student, they come to school and they test positive, remember that means everyone in their class is out. And that means both of us are out if we have seen them that day, which makes it darn near impossible. When one of us are out, they don't have enough subs right now. They're stuck in that auditorium, which is no fun for anyone. So
Guys, I've been quarantined 4 times. I don't want to make it a 5th. Like, that's enough.
So we're just asking that you guys, and I know it's difficult. Sometimes you don't know, sometimes they don't communicate with you, but if there's even a question, keep them home for that one day. It's better than one child to be home for one day till you get that test result than, having them come and the whole class being out for 2 weeks, or for 10 days or whatever the new protocol will be. We do have some kids that are trying to switch back to physical from MSO. We asked your patients, our counselors are working their little tushes off to get those processed as quickly as possible. So if you are pending, we've tried to advocate for specifically the drama program because they are in, we're trying to cast them in things. And obviously it's much easier if we know what modality that they're going to be in when we do the casting. Yes. And yes, Stephanie is saying, if you call the school, you're choosing to quarantine, let the school know that, and it won't be an absence. Okay. So don't worry about that, keep them home, and it does the world for us at school. And we really, really appreciate that. So we can keep your kids active, involved. When with us on the other end and a sub there, it's very difficult for everyone. So we're trying to stay, healthy and there for you so you can show up for them every day. So thank you guys also for your support in that. We know it's been really tough for these kids and it's a difficult year and they are just troopers. So we appreciate all the support you're giving them at home as well and encouraging them to, get out there, do the auditions. We will be talking to them in the upcoming, if you have a senior or a junior going to states, there are scholarship auditions virtually that will be happening the same this year as last year. So there's going to be lots of information. This is the time where it gets a little nuts. So all these kids auditioning for colleges and applying to colleges. And we know, and we're here to support you guys in every way you can. And we appreciate you guys as well. So thank you guys so much. And if there's nothing else, if you think of anything, of course, please email us. We're here for you guys between now and then. And thank you to our board and for everyone for being here tonight. And we wish you guys all a very happy beginning to your new year. And we will see you all very soon.
Thank
And
you,
yes,
guys.
congratulations, Ms. Arca.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys. Thanks so much. I'll be posting the recording.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Hi, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.